What is going on, everybody? So right now we're going to take a look at iOS 12, the official version on the iPhone 7 Plus. And the reason I didn't do this earlier is because I didn't even have these phones with me. I actually just ordered them and they came today. So I was like, you know what, better late than never. And I still haven't got my iPhone 6s Plus, and I think that guy scammed me who I bought it from. So I'm kind of salty about it, but I'll get back to you guys in a little bit to see if he came through, if he pulled through, if he didn't. But there's not much I can do at this point. But in terms of iOS 12, I mean, all my iPhones that I tested on has been quite a bit of an improvement. I'm not going to say it's 3,000 times better, but I definitely think as a whole, I mean, if iOS 11 was like a 10 out of 10, iOS 12 would probably be like a 12 out of 10. Now, I'm not going to go over every single little detail of iOS 12 in this video because I'm kind of late to it in these specific parts. It's been out for like 4 or 5 days. I'm sure you guys already know a lot of it and all those features, but I'll go over some of the key ones. One of them is group FaceTime, and this is something that's super cool. You can actually group FaceTime with up to 32 people, and it's actually super cool. The feature isn't out yet, but it is going to come out on iOS 12.1 or even earlier. In the 12.1 beta, it is there. And I do have it on my daily driver, the iPhone 10, but you don't have access to it yet, but you will in a little bit, if that makes any sense. So that is super cool, and it's going to eliminate you having to use like third-party apps like House Party or anything, so that's super cool, and I really appreciate Apple looking out for the consumer in that aspect, and it can only help. I mean, I don't see how it's going to like affect anybody in a negative way. I'm sure there's somebody on the internet who's going to hate on it, but I personally like it. Another cool thing that they added was actually screen time, and they added this within the settings, but there's also a widget panel as well, and what this allows you to do is pretty much see how much you're using your phone and what specific categories you're using your phone in. So if you're doing a lot of gaming, if you're doing a lot of social networking or anything, the screen time will actually go ahead and break those categories down for you and show you in different colors and blocks basically of how much you're using those. So if you're spending like 3 hours on social networking, it'll show you you're using that much. And it's a little bit different than just battery stats, which they also improved. But it's actually really cool that they did that, and they're really looking out for the consumers in this point because nobody wants to see how much they're using or anything. But if you're really out there and if you're really curious, it's always there for you. You can always turn it off, and you can even restrict yourself. If you only want to allow yourself like an hour on Instagram a day, you can allow yourself to do that, and it just kind of limits you in that aspect. But at the same time, you can always turn it off and all that stuff. But it's just a little nice feature to have, and I actually like it a lot, and I see myself using it all the time. Now, another feature they added was actually a feature added a while ago, but they took it out and they added it back in, and that's group notifications. This is a super nice feature, and I freaking love group notifications. What it does is it just kind of breaks down your notifications. So if you have like a lot of Snapchats coming in or messages or Gmail or anything like that, what it'll do is just go ahead and break down those messages in one of those little blocks. So it doesn't break it down in like 30 different ones, it's just in one. So you can see all your Snapchats messages and everything on one block and see how many you have of them. But then if you want to expand it and get more details, you can just click on it and expand it that way. And I really like that a lot, and that's very underrated. One of the other major features they added was Siri Shortcuts. And what this allows you to do is set custom commands and kind of automate things within Siri, the Siri Shortcuts app, which I still haven't even installed on the 7 Plus. But if you want to install it, all you have to go do is go to the App Store, type in workflow or shortcuts at this point, and just go ahead and download the first app. And if you want to see more people who talk about it and everything, I would recommend going to reddit.com/r/Siri Shortcuts. And there's a lot of other Siri Shortcut subreddits too, but this is the main one I saw. And they really send out some really cool things, and you can share your shortcuts as well. And it automates a lot of tasks. That's the best way I can explain it. Now, as far as the multi-core scores go, on iOS 11.4.1, which I was on before, I had a multi-core score of 119,342, so it's not horribly low. I mean, it's not even that much better than my iPhone 6s, but when I just re-ran it to on iOS 12, it actually went up to 197,150. So that is a humongous upgrade if you think about it. And that's not even that much far off from my iPhone 8 Plus. And that is a humongous upgrade from the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus, I'm assuming as well, since they have the same specs. So that is a humongous upgrade. Now, will I give all the praise to iOS 12 in and of itself? Probably not, because it was factory reset, but it was factory reset on iOS 11. And when I upgraded, I feel like it made it be cleared out a little bit more. So there's the score increase right there. I think it will level out about 150, 170, but still, that is a humongous upgrade. And I just think overall animations and everything are better too. So I will say, dude, if you're on iOS 11, I would say upgrade. I mean, it's definitely better. It's not 3,000 times better or anything like that, but it is noticeably better. But I do understand if there's a specific reason why you're staying on iOS 11 or even iOS 10, if that's a jailbreak or whatever. But I mean, I would still kind of recommend you guys to go to iOS 12. But other than that, that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber we get really does count, so it'll mean so much if you guys can hit that. I'm also going to do a lot more battery comparisons and speed tests on my second channel, which is Lo-Fi Alpaca, linked also in the description, so make sure you guys check that channel out and check out the other comparisons I did on that channel too. But I don't think I've done any major iOS comparisons, so I'm going to do those too. But yeah, it'll mean so much if you guys can hit the subscribe button on that channel as well. Check out the other links down there too, my Twitter and Instagram, but more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.